guys,
welcome back.
Fit over 40 project, phase 2. This week we're ramping up the intensity just a little bit by adding isometric pauses in the movement. So what that's going to do is going to really force us to really control the weight and the range of motion, really own what we're doing. One of the biggest reasons people have injuries in the gym is because they simply just lift too much weight and they're lifting above their capacity. This makes you really remove the ego out of the equation, really focus on the movement, develop that mind-muscle connection. So click on the link below in the description box, brings you right to the blog, which maps out step by step so you can follow along. And let's get started. So phase 2, guys, remember we're referring back to our 4M system. So we're assuming that you've already done your mobility sequence. Remember, you're hopefully rotating through that squat pattern, our couch stretch pattern, and our T-spine mobility. So you're getting touches on those at least once per week, okay? So we're assuming that you've done that. Remember, all the links are in the blog post so you can access those videos. Moving on to our M2, or our muscular component, the resistance training component, we have 8 exercises this week. So a couple new ones, but also we're focusing on playing around with the tempo with those isometric pauses I talked about, okay? So our first 4 exercises are the ones that we're gonna be playing around with the tempo. So we are gonna demonstrate the first exercise, which is our squat pattern. So Celia's gonna do the goblet squat, and I'm gonna do a band squat, but this time I'm gonna do a Zercher squat. So by the way, we just put up a video for over 20 exercises to do with just one band, so we can put that in the show notes as well. Okay, so for my Zercher, I'm just gonna step on the band, scoop my elbows underneath, elbows up nice and high, and that's the Zercher position. So phase 1, we focus on doing slower tempos, 4 seconds down. This phase, we're gonna be focusing on pausing midway through the actual rep. So the first day, day 1, which is what we're doing now, we're gonna pause for 2-3 seconds halfway down, okay? So we're only doing 8 reps with these because, again, the time under tension with the pauses is the equivalent of doing, say, 12 to 15 reps. Okay, so we're just gonna demonstrate a couple reps. Okay, so we're gonna come down halfway, okay? Slowly down, we're gonna pause. 3, 2, 1, continue the range of motion, and then coming up, that equals 1 rep, okay? Couple more, pause. So in the 2 to 3 seconds, we're holding tension and we're breathing down, and we're gonna do one more. Control down, pause, 3, 2, 1, continue, and bring it back up. So that is your squat pattern. Remember, you could use body weight, you could use a knapsack, anything to get that pattern in. Second exercise on our list is our rows. I'm gonna give you guys a couple options. Celia's gonna do a seated row with a band. I'm gonna do a bent over row with a band. Again, I could use my knapsack, I could use laundry detergent, or I could use dumbbells as well too. So the thing with the row, the way down is a bit different. So I'm gonna get in position and Celia's gonna do a position into her position. So I'm setting my shoulders neutral spine. We're gonna both do a full rep, full contraction, right? And now the way down is the eccentric here, and we're gonna pause, hold tension, 3, 2, 1, continue the rep. Elbows back, so elbow, shoulder moving the same direction. 3, 2, 1, and then one more, all the way, halfway down, 3, 2, 1, and there you go. So 8 reps, that's your row pattern. Third exercise is our push-up. Remember, we have our variations where we can do an elevated position if you can't get the tempo or the full range of motion. So simply feet together, squeeze the glutes, vertical form. So I'm doing a rep up, and on the way down, I'm gonna pause halfway, 3, 2, 1, continue the rep. Down, 3, 2, 1, continue the rep. Down, 3, 2, 1, and continue the rep. So our last of the 4 exercises that require pauses is our lunge position. So Celia's gonna do a goblet lunge. I'm gonna do a variation with a band. So I'm gonna get into my Zercher position again. And simply, we're gonna come down halfway down, right? Come down, pause, 3, 2, 1, continue down and complete the rep. Down, 3, 2, 1, complete the rep. One more, 3, 2, 1, full range and all the way up. And that's your lunge. Okay, on to our new exercises this phase. So we are into the hamstring walkout. So simply just on my back, I'm gonna have my heels stacked under my knees, and I'm just gonna do a glute bridge. So coming up, the key is keeping the hips high the whole time. So I'm up to a full hip extension, so glutes are on, and I'm basically just baby stepping with my heels out. You don't even have to go that far. The key, make sure the hips are up, and then back down. Okay, you can even get some extra glute work by doing a reset each time. Coming up, squeeze the glutes, baby steps out with the heels, notice the tension on the hamstrings, and then back in. And that is your hamstring walkout. So next one, guys, is called a kneeling rotation and lift. I like this because it kind of ties in some glute activation with an upper body exercise and some T-spine mobility. So Sylvia's going to use a dumbbell. I'm going to use the kettlebell and hold it by the horns. But essentially what we're doing is we're making sure we squeeze the glutes, brace the core, and we're going to turn completely in one direction, right? Once we turn, eyes follow the implement up. Then we're going to come back to the center, right? And we're going to fully rotate the other direction, eyes follow the implement. Big thing, brace the core, squeeze the glutes, and then pause in the center. Eyes following the implement. Finishing off with our core exercises. So our first one is called the suitcase hold or carry. So we're basically just any implement, we set the shoulder up, back, and down, slight bend in the elbow. The key thing, guys, is we're not accommodating towards, right, or away from the implement. So it should look like you're holding nothing, right? So holding isometrically for 30 seconds, making sure we can breathe fully. And of course, we would do both sides. Next core exercises are mountain climber, slow mountain climber, basically in a high plank position. So I'm my high plank position or push-up position, right, setting the shoulders. So I'm loading on top of my wrist here, bracing the core, squeeze the glutes. I simply just slowly bring in my knees, pause, and back and forth. Now the key is that there's no flexion or movement of the spine. Slow, back in, back and forth. Squeezing the glutes, bracing the core, neutral spine. Okay guys, now that we've completed our muscular component, we're going on to our movement component. We're going to get the heart rate up, get a bit of a cardiovascular effect going here. So we're going to do a Tabata drill, which is simply just a level of interval training where we have 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off for 8 rounds. So it's a very quick drill that you can do because it's under 4 minutes. So the exercise that we've chosen to do is we're going to alternate between squats on one round and then jumps on the second round. Okay, are we all ready? So first 20 seconds ready to go, and she's doing bodyweight squat. So of course, always under control, full range of motion. Because we are doing it to get our heart rate up, you can go a little bit faster if you want. That's it, a little bit faster tempo squats here. And we're about 5 seconds remaining. A couple more. And there's your first round done. So that's 1 of 8 done. So on the rest, you just kind of shake it out. You get ready for your next task. So in this case, it's going to be vertical jumps. Not yet. Getting set. 3, 2, 1, and go. Yep. So she's jumping up, soft landing, always under control, within her capacity. This will, no question, get the heart rate up. She's already halfway there. That's it. Swinging the arms, soft landing. 5 seconds to go. There we go, and time. So that is 2 rounds. So 10 seconds off, shake it out. We're just going to alternate between squats and jumps. Okay, so there you have it. Tabata protocol, that is our movement sequence. Our last component, or our fourth M, is our microdose. So our microdose can serve in 2 ways. Like I mentioned before, is we can take all these workouts and just simply divide them throughout the day or over even a couple days. It's simply about just getting the work in, accumulating the volume. Remember, progress versus perfection. Okay? The other way we can do it is just adding in a little bit more activity in addition to our workout. So this week we've chosen getting some stairs in. So simply just making a decision if we can, skipping the elevator, taking the stairs if we can, just accumulate those stairs. If you want a little bonus, guys, if you want to add more, make it more of a workout, is we can integrate our carries, right? We talked about our suitcase carry. We could just carry objects up and down the stairs. That's definitely going to boost up our heart rate and make it more of a workout if you wanted to as well too. So we will put that link in the show notes as well, because we've done a whole video on that as well. So other than that, guys, hope you're enjoying the workouts. Hope you're feeling a little bit better. Please comment to let us know how you're doing, and please subscribe. Thank you.